Well, inflation is something all of us are feeling.
But it's not just families dealing with the extra costs. Local organizations are too. I stopped by Connecting Kids to Meals to see how it continues to feed kids for free while paying more for food. Food. It's a necessity for kids to be able to fuel their bodies and their minds.
There's 13 million kids in the United States that are food insecure.
Connecting Kids to Meals says 1 out of every 4 of those kids in Lucas County don't get enough food.
They get their meals at school. When they leave from school, tens of thousands of them don't get another meal until they come back to school the next day.
Organization leaders say although this isn't a new problem, inflation does make it worse.
Families are going to have a harder time paying and covering these costs for fixing their cars, for fixing their heater, for buying dinner. Choices are going to have to be made in these families, and unfortunately, food is something that oftentimes is the first thing that's cut.
The rising cost of groceries has also led to a rise in people seeking help from Connecting Kids to Meals.
We have a lot of families that are just struggling in our community. That is just a pure fact. Just in the last 2 to 3 weeks since the kids have gone back to school, we've already started to see increases in the number of kids visiting our sites.
And more kids means more food the organization is providing on a daily basis. Like we mentioned, things aren't getting any cheaper.
We don't have that ability to raise prices for our menu. Our meals are free for the families that are coming and getting them. Those kids that are getting those meals, it's no cost to any of them.
But it still costs the organization, and the price of the food they purchase has also gone up.
We've seen increases of our canned fruit, 90% increase in the price of the canned fruit from pre-pandemic to now. And really it's that supply and demand.
But it's not just canned fruit. They say the price for hamburger buns has gone up 61% since 2022. Grilled chicken, 37%. And Tostitos chips, up 24% in price. And then there's the operating cost for Connecting Kids to Meals.
We have a pretty tight budget. We try to stick pretty close with our budget to make sure we don't ever go over. And our overhead rate is very low. I believe it's about a 4% overhead rate. So really all that money coming in is going towards our operation, going towards the food that we're buying.
And no matter the cost, meals are still delivered to the nearly 100 locations throughout our community.
If they're involved in sports, if they're at the libraries, if they're at the Boys and Girls Clubs, we're there to partner with those program providers to make sure that kiddos get their third healthy meal, hot, healthy meal, to fuel their bodies and their minds.
That's why your help during Hunger Action Month is so important.
Dollars that you're donating to Connecting Kids to Meals to help us buy our food products, it will go a lot further than if you were to actually hypothetically go to the store and try to buy those items. So your dollars are going to go further.
Now, right now, every dollar that's donated is matched from community support. So if you can't donate, but you still want to help, you can also volunteer. We have details on our website right now.
It was great to be able to see that up close and see how they get the food to begin with and the quantities. When we were volunteering last week, we were packing, packs of peanut butter or frosted mini wheats, and so much food has to go to so many places.
And they've even seen an increase in kids coming there too.
Right.
So that's even more food that they have to provide for kids in Lucas County.
Challenge for everyone, that's for sure. Ryan, you were there with us last week as we were packing meals for kids at Connecting Kids to Meals. We had a little fun with it too. We got to work together as a team, but you see how important it is to make sure this gets done every day.
I don't think we truly realize the need, as you just heard in the package right there, how much the need is across the entire community. And so for us just to do a small part of it, it was very humbling and a very good experience as well. Absolutely.
I was on the other side of the room and all I could hear was Ryan talking and cracking jokes the whole time.
That's Ryan,
But it's Ryan.